Welcome to Game Make Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Imagisphere and pull out the next great video game. I'm the CEO of Game Make Corp, Beckers.
I'm the CEO of Game Make Corp, Bryce.
Yep. Last time on this podcast, we made Untitled Cat Game. How'd that do?
It turns out that all of our audience hates cats. It's weird. It's weird that we asked a lot of people like, hey, we saw you walking by it in the store. Are you interested? And they're just like, cats are the worst. And then we wrote that down on a piece of paper. And then the guy walked by again and we asked him again and then he said it again. So it turns out everybody who walked by our game hates cats. And then it didn't sell because of that.
And the people who did buy it, they got all worried about what their cats would do when they were gone after they played the game. They're like, oh man, I'm suspicious now. So then they got rid of all their cats. And then I took them. I have all of their cats. So
all of the cats?
All of them. So the plan succeeded.
How many cats?
I just want to hug all of them, but I can't.
They're going to eat your face when you die.
Does anybody else remember that?
No.
Okay.
Does anybody else? The one person.
What? It was a huge internet sensation. That lady who auto-tune sang is a Match.com thing, eHarmony video. I don't remember.
Okay.
It's this lady singing about cats.
Okay.
I love every kind of cat. Just want to hug all of them, but I can't.
What happens if people want to hug the podcast in the form of sending game ideas?
If you want to send us a hug, go on to twitter.com and do an e-hug. Tweet it out. Say hug, and then do hashtag GameMakeCorp. Also, you can send us game ideas, but honestly, the hug's where it's at.
Write your game idea on your chest, take a picture of it, tweet it using the hashtag GameMakeCorp, and then write the word hug.
Yep. You can hug us with your game idea.
Yep, that's how it works.
Bryce, do you have a game idea?
I have a game idea. I didn't write it on my chest this time. It's just, I'll say it with my words.
Thank God. I would have to see it.
Okay.
Because if you presented it that way, then I would have to see it that way, and that would be disturbing for me.
I have a game. Okay, so here's the deal. We made a cat game. We're working our way through the animal kingdom. We did a cat game. There's another.
That's an elephant.
Okay, this is just Becker's making sound effects. There's another company who has done a goose game. That one's taken. They did that one. So I decided that there is an animal that no one has ever made a game about, especially us, not us or anyone, and it's chickens. And I have
definitely not. That's definitely not Becker's favorite game idea that we've ever done. Was about a chicken. But go on.
I have a game idea. And you play as a chicken. And you are like the mascot for the big football team. And the rival school has kidnapped you because of the homecoming games coming up, and they do a lot of shenanigans to prove that they're the better team. So they kidnap the other team's mascot, which is you, a chicken. And they took you back to the party, the pre-football game party space, and they're partying hard, and you need to escape by out partying the bad school, which Beckers is going to tell me the name of a school right now. That's bad.
The Leonardville Lizards.
The Leonardville Lizards. And you're the Chicago Chickens.
The Cincinnati Chickens.
I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted.
What? No.
Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Isn't that a thing?
Home of the Crimson Chin.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was a thing in the...
Well, they gotta have a sports team too, so...
Okay. Okay. I'm sticking with the Chicago Chickens. Okay.
I'm not happy, but fine.
What was the rival team again?
The Leonardville Lizards.
Okay, the Leonardville Lizards. So you are a chicken, and they just kind of like threw you in a corner. You're not like caged in any way. Okay, maybe you are like in a cage and like you have to like rock your head and just be like, yeah, so that they're like, hey, this is a real party chicken. We got to let him out and party with him. You got to get them to like you know, want you on their party squad.
The game's just gonna start with you in a chicken cage and you're just hanging out and you have no idea what you're supposed to be doing, right? And then like they're playing music, hanging out in their bad guy hideout, and you're just like nodding to the music because you don't know what the fuck to do. You've tried everything to break out of this cage, so then you start nodding to the music, and they're like, "Hey, this chicken, he can hold a beat. Look at that."
Yeah. And then they're like,
"He's a party chicken."
Yep, they take him out, and then you have to defeat them in a series of party games. You gotta
dance off.
That's one of them. Like I think you'll have all the like the school's cliques. You'll have to defeat all of the school's cliques. They're all there, even
Chicks.
Sure. Except no. So you'll have the cheer team. So you have to outdance them. You'll have the bros, and you'll just play the beer pong.
But they don't know that chickens are really good at drinking.
Yeah.
So you don't get drunk.
You'll do that thing with the deal that just like the head goes down. You know, it's a toy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yep. That is the pro beer pong strategy. What's other cliques that can be represented through party activities?
The goths.
Okay, and their party activity is
drugs.
You have to outdo drugs.
You have to outdrug them.
Luckily, your former life was as a medical experimentation chicken, so you have a great tolerance to all the drugs. You've done all of the drugs before. You're like
you've been around the block a few times.
You like they pull out some
cocaine.
Yeah, they pull out cocaine, and you're like, oh, you guys still do this? Oh, I figured you guys would have moved on. What are you, like, high schoolers, right?
Kindergartners?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then so you go through, there's other party games. It's great. I guess at the end, you do have to face off with their team mascot, the Leonardville Lizard, in the ultimate party game.
He's a total square. You can kick his ass. Go you, chicken.
I feel like he's got to be real good, or else that would be a real disappointing boss fight. Hey, end of the game. Actually, the mascots.
That's the surprise, is it's actually a math contest. You have to beat him at his own game. Which is, multiplication.
Everyone knows the greatest party is learning.
Yes. That's how we got away with putting drugs in the game.
Yeah. We saw this in educational experience. And then once you have defeated all of the Lenderville lizards, they're all like passed out and like, we couldn't keep up with this chicken. Then you can just like walk out the front door and return and because if you don't, I think there's a timer running the entire time. Actually, no. I think if you ever lose one of the games, they'll just be like, "Oh, this chicken sucks," and they throw you back in the cage, and then you don't.
I thought you were gonna say into a fryer. I was like, that's morbid.
No, they just throw you back in the cage. These are nice kids. They're the rude other team, but they're not. They weren't kill a chicken. But instead, when you lose, they like throw you back in the cage, and then like the game over screen is just like your team just losing because they didn't have their mascot chicken to like, keep them going.
Right.
So this is a game. Your chicken.
You have to get back in time for the game.
Yeah, you have to. And also, your team wins because the other team is just like too
shit-faced.
Yeah, to be able to show up. So
that's your ulterior motive.
And to not be a captive. That's also a good motive.
That's the main one.
Secondary objective: make the other team drink too much, and then they can't play the football game. The game's called Party Fowl. Because it's a chicken. Beckers, do you have a game idea?
Yes, I do. Bryce, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Spaceman.
Did you really?
I used to build cardboard. Well, I didn't build cardboard boxes. The cardboard boxes existed, but I would go into them, and on the side, I would draw like rocket ship, and I'd be like, "This is my rocket ship. I'm a spaceman."
Oh my! How come you gave it up?
It turns out rockets don't last long in space.
So you didn't want to die?
Yeah, weird.
Or.
I mean, I suppose I could be a spaceman for a very brief amount of time. I could go out on top.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to be something even cooler.
There's nothing cooler than a spaceman.
I wanted to be a health inspector.
To be clear, you are a doctor. A medical doctor.
Yeah.
So...
Well, no.
No?
Medical doctor means it's MD. That's
sure.
not what I am.
Does your doctorate involve medicine?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a medicine doctor.
But I'm not a medical doctor. But we digress.
Okay. But you are a doctor of health.
Of a health profession, yeah.
Okay. So you don't want to be that. You don't want to be the thing that you are. You didn't.
Wouldn't everybody want to be the thing that I am? It's a great thing, I think. Anyway, I wanted to be a health inspector, but
okay. And this is different.
Here's why.
Is this the profession where you go up to people and go like, "Yep, that's health." How do you inspect it? Isn't that a doctor?
No. That's
okay.
Look, it's a common misconception, but health inspectors don't just go up to people and look at them and say, "Yep, you're healthy." That's not the point. The point You go into like restaurants, right?
Ooh.
Like that guy on Bob's Burgers, and you look at their stuff and you're like, that's mold, you're done, and they shut you down and they prevent you from harming innocent people. That's what a health inspector does.
Okay. And this appealed to you because
I wanted to ruin other people's dreams of opening a restaurant because they aren't up to code. Bryce, I don't want them to make people sick. That's my dream. Is to ruin some people's dreams.
I believe that. Go on.
Yeah, you believe it, don't you? Because it's true.
Go on.
Plus, you get to eat free food because everybody wants.
Sure, that's true.
You do, because you can tell them, if you don't give me free food, I'm gonna fail you.
Okay, but like, you want to go,
what's
hey.
not to love?
Okay, so you see the mold. You see the mold there, and you're like, give me the food that you were making.
You don't get free food from the ones that deserve to fail. God, use your brain.
So to be
use
clear,
your head.
You go to the nice restaurants that are doing everything right and say, I'm going to fuck up your shit unless you give me the steak that you're making.
Yes. But, you don't have to be that upfront about it, If you just be like, hey, I'm a health inspector. Usually they're like, hey,
steak?
Here's some pasta. Don't look in our basement,
Don't listen to the screams. It's fine.
Yeah, that's just the...
building settling.
The TV. The building settling. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I think is you got a town. And it's your town to inspect. You're a health inspector, and you got to go around and drop in on businesses, and you don't know nothing ahead of time. You're like, oh, look at all these restaurants. Well, here I go. I'm going to come into this Italian steakhouse. I don't think that exists. I don't think that's a genre of food, but you're going to go to this Italian steakhouse because you're already suspicious.
There's a Japanese steakhouse. Why can't there be an Italian steakhouse?
I don't think it's a thing. Anyway.
Italians can't make steak.
And
Beckers
what they do is there's no cows in Europe.
Okay.
I've heard that. So they wrap their steaks up in noodles and rub them with Italy. And that's how they make their food. Okay. But you inspect them. And you have a certain amount of time, and you look up you try and find all these problems, and then you grade them based on what you find. And the closer you are to correct, the better the points you get.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Right. So you do this. You go all around town, and you tell these businesses, you give them warnings or whatever. They clean up their act. And then everybody in town has a good, clean restaurant. So you did your job, right? You beat the game.
Sure.
Wrong, Bryce, you're wrong. I was just waiting for you to lean into the mic. No, you're wrong. This is where the game only begins.
Okay, then what happens?
Then you need to get some job security, right? Because you're not shutting down restaurants anymore. So you have to plant some things in these restaurants to make sure that you still have a job. And then you find a dead rat in the soup at Ma's kitchen. And then you're like, oh, look at this. Stop. And you slap a bowl of soup out of a boy's hand. And you save him from getting rat bite fever. And then you're on the front page of the paper. And then they make you the mayor of the whole town.
Okay. So you're saying that the problem is that the restaurants exist. There's the restaurants are out there and they're not being shut down, and that's taking away from your job security as a person who goes to restaurants and making sure they're fine. There's too many restaurants and they must go away. If you were
No, there's not too many restaurants. They're just too clean. So everyone's like, we don't really need help with the health inspectors because they're always good all the time. So you don't need to inspect anything. You just can go away. And you're like, oh yeah, well, I just saved Timmy from eating dead rat juice. So make me the mayor.
Okay. That's an option.
of Leonardville.
Okay, can I change everything about your game?
You always do.
Okay. Can this be... You are a restaurateur. You have a restaurant. And you need to get rid of the competition. You want to be the only restaurateur in town. So you need to use the health inspector's abilities to shut down restaurants to your advantage.
So you give him free food.
Sure.
So that you pass inspection.
Yeah, for your stuff. Your shit's probably jacked because you're getting all this stuff, and it's a stealth game where you have to like sneak into restaurants to subtly hide shit that will mess them up. And you can't be spotted because, like the health inspector, you can just, I found this, it's fine. But you can't let the health inspector know you're sneaking in other places. You can't let the restaurant you're sneaking into know that you're sneaking in there. But you do need to get in there, and you do need to put rats in the ratatouille. Maybe put a rat on top of the chef's hat under his hat,
Oh my
and then everyone will freak out.
And then when the health inspector's there, you wear a disguise, right? A mustache, and then you do a slingshot, and you knock his hat off, and there's a rat under there.
Yeah.
And the health inspector will be like, oh no.
Remember that in the hit movie Ratatouille, where they're all like, everybody agrees that this food's real good, but then they're like, well, we did have rats there, so we did get shut down. And then, but then also, they just go to a different restaurant where the rat is also cooking. He's still there. He's still cooking. I'm not sure why what the rules are of that world. But it seems like if you put rats in the kitchen, you get shut down. So that's something you can use.
Right. It seems to me like I don't care if the rat makes good food. I don't want him to cook it. You know?
Because it like literally the movie ended with the harshest critic in the land going, hey, I ate some like dope ass food. It was real good. BDW, it was made by a rat, but it was real fucking dope. And I'm pretty sure he washed his hands. It was cool.
His paws. His little wet paws.
although his family did kidnap the health inspector. There was a moment where the health inspector did show up.
Wow, I need to watch this movie again.
See all the kitchen full of rats, and then the rats just were like, well, this is bad. So they chased him through the streets and kidnapped him, and then they so that the main rat could make ratatouille.
This has been Movie Review Corp, a movie review podcast.
Yes, it's a podcast within a podcast. So yeah, you're a chef who needs to, or the restaurateur who needs to exploit the health inspector system
Bryce,
for evil.
I can't hold it in any longer.
What?
I have to do something.
Okay.
I have to shout out our investors.
Okay. Do it. You won't. No balls.
There are 3 people who have come closer to my heart than anyone ever has. And those 3 people are Aaron C., Alex Weber, and Andrew Feisner. Those 3 people have warmed my frozen heart into a regular one, and now I'm happy inside because they invested in our company for us to make great game ideas, which we haven't done like a great example of this episode, but I got a good one coming. It's cooking up here.
It won't be better than mine.
It will be, because that's a low bar and you should have set a higher one.
Okay.
Yep. This is it. Thank you. If you want to be an investor too, listener, you can go to patreon.com/lastgeek and sign up to be an investor. And then if you do the $5 one, I'll shout my love for you like that.
Indeed.
Okay. Do you have a game idea, Bryce?
I do. This one was submitted by a listener. He is the Adam Wells on Twitter. I think he like spoke this to my face at one point, but I think it was written down with his Twitter handle, and it's called Esports Team Manager. Now, here's the thing about esports. Did you know that Fortnite's down? Did you know that if you load up Fortnite right now, there's just a big black hole there?
I'm so happy about it.
It's crazy. Okay, but speaking of Fortnite, they're like the big esports, like the person who won the big esports, the Fortnite battle, won like millions of dollars. And I don't know if he had a manager, but if he did, that's probably like 10% of $1 million is a big number. And that'd be dope. So if you
Okay.
if you
You can do it, buddy. I'm rooting for you.
I can't. Okay. Here's the deal. Every time I go around the office, I'm always hearing the people go like, "Oh, my nephew, he's real good at the Fortnite. He can like do all the dances." And I'm like, "Okay, I know that they got a black hole and other things of Fortnite. I don't know what it is, but it's somebody won a lot of money and there's dances and this guy's nephew's good at it. So I think you just need to get those young kids. You can't go get the teenagers or the college kids. That will get you nowhere. You need to.
So you want to make an esports team out of babies?
Slow your roll. We'll get there. We will get there. So first, you gotta get your team. You need to form the team by getting players, and I think the obvious deal is just go around your office, and whenever you're basically like scoping out kindergartens, your office, bring your kid to work day, and
this is getting creepy. I don't want to hear it that you're watching kindergartens.
And I would say well, how old's middle school? So like 12? Ages
11 to 13.
Yeah, middle school is probably. Kindergarten might be too young. I feel like 10 is.
I'm glad you have standards.
Yeah, 10 is like the premium Fortnite age. Okay, hang out in middle schools and bring your kid to work day and Fortnite dance competitions and
those trampoline parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing which kid is just like, I'm jumping out the battle bus right now. And you're like, I'm gonna get that kid on my team. So you get like a team of 5. I don't know what a good number for like Fortnite. No, 4. 4. You can do 4 people on Fortnite. You gotta do you gotta do 5 in case one of them
dies.
One of them scrapes their knee and can't come to practice.
Can't come to Fortnite time.
Yeah.
Or they get grounded.
Yeah.
You gotta do 5 in case someone gets grounded.
Yeah. So you just kind of like listen around, like, oh, is this kid gonna be good? And just based on what you hear, you recruit the team, and then once you get them, you can figure out what their stats are. Maybe they're real good at dancing or forwarding. Nobody's good at knighting.
Even.
No, nobody's. They're all start off at 0. And then you try and coach them and get them good at the deal. But so you can improve the stats of these 10-year-olds and whatever that you recruit, But at a certain point, they're gonna age out. They're just gonna, from like 10 to like 16. I think you can improve their skill. Once they hit 16, they're dead to you. They're just like get out. You're like you can't even do a floss anymore.
They already threw their hips out.
Yep.
You only got so many flosses before you've overflossed.
So this leaves an alternate way that you can do things is maybe you make your own esports team. At that point, instead of hanging around middle schools, you just...
What do you mean by make it?
You go hang out at bars where girls are or guys.
Right.
And then you make the team. And at that point...
But then you're stuck with them.
And
what if they don't even like Fortnite?
At that point, you make the kid, and then you got 16 full years to train him up to be the big one.
Oh my god.
You can stick a controller in their hand at like age 1 and be like, you're going to the school of gaming. Welcome to lesson 1. Game. But I think here's the problem with that route is that the game, like the hot esports game, is always changing every few years. There was a deal where PUBG was the hot one, and then it was...
Oh, rest in peace.
And then it was Fortnite, and then it was Apex, and it's like, they're always changing. Halo was a thing at one point. So maybe you get the hot new esports kid, but then you spend all the time training him for Fortnite, and that's not even, by the time he's able to enter in the big competitions, that's not even the game anymore. They're on to something new. So there's a third route you can take after you've failed twice. Maybe you finally figure it out. You finally think hard with your brain.
You throw away the old kid that you birthed and raised, and you come up with this new thing.
Yes. And then you realize that maybe if you make the game, then you can control all the teams.
So you make the game.
Yeah,
and you don't release it until your kid is like 12.
Yeah.
And he's already spent 12 years getting good at it. Then everyone else starts playing.
And then have the big tournament and be like, hey, everybody, let's all enter equally in this competition, and then you win. And that's a strategy, is you just make the games. I don't know anything about it.
Call your company Game Make Corp.
That'd be weird. I would never. Beckers, do you have a game idea?
I do.
Okay.
So my next game idea comes from the other day. I was talking about getting a Roomba. Do you know what a Roomba is, Bryce?
Isn't that one of the new droids from Star Wars?
I think you think that was funny. And I'm just gonna let you think that.
Okay.
So it's a little robot vacuum that drives around on your floor all by itself, and it sucks up all your dirt and hair and whatever. And as you can see, I've got animals every fucking where in this house. They're everywhere. And I might be even getting a third dog soon, right? So there's a lot of hair, and vacuuming all the time. We have to vacuum like every fucking day for it to be reasonable in here.
Okay.
All right. So I wanted to get a Roomba to do this job for me.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
it's a little robot, and you have big animals.
No.
No?
The thing is.
Oh, okay. What's the thing? That your house is too much of a mess.
No. God, quit trying to guess. You're just insulting me.
Wait, I was supposed to try and guess?
Stop. Okay. The thing is, we might actually need more than one Roomba for the level of animal hair that we got going on because they don't hold very much.
No. So you want to make a bigger Roomba.
So I'm going to need more than one Roomba.
Can you...
What kind... Maybe I should get 2 different types of Roombas then, right? I should get like a Roomba and then like a cleaning robot, whatever the other brands are of Roomba.
Why?
And I was thinking, because what if one Roomba is better, like has more power and can suck the hairs up better, but one of them's better at getting corners, you know, than the other one? Like it's better at reaching those hard to reach corners. Or one of them can fit under the couch and the other one can't.
Okay.
So maybe I get 2 different kinds of Roombas. Or, here's where I really started cooking this up. Ready? What if I get one Roomba that's like a tank Roomba, like a warrior, and the other Roomba can be like a mage Roomba?
I can picture a tank Roomba. I cannot picture what spells a Roomba would have.
A whole campaign of Roombas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
okay, I like this
Roomba.
Actually. I like this.
It's a good fucking idea, isn't it? Right.
So, okay. I'm picturing that we partner with the Roomba company, and I'm sure that they like if you have a Roomba, you'll have an app that'll be like, oh, your house is clean now. We did it so good. But what if like instead of getting that, like whenever your Roomba encountered like a bigger mess, you would get a little deal of like, your Roomba is battling Dust Bunny. Roomba attacked Dust Bunny and won. Roomba has gained 10 experience. Like it's an idle RPG, but for your cleaning stuff. And then you want to make your house dirtier so it'll have more things to fight.
I don't have to try to do that.
And then you could buy more Roombas so that you can like have a wider party. You can assign them different roles.
Just one Roomba that's got really long legs that can do the stairs. Because most Roombas don't have legs.
Yeah. We're making a Roomba with legs.
Yeah, it's going to look like a big spider so that it can go up and down stairs. Because that's the Roomba's biggest nemesis. Stairs. Because they can't do those.
You know what my biggest nemesis is?
Who?
A robot with spider legs.
Are you Stairs?
Yes, it was me all along. Stairs.
I was Stairs.
You never. I was always worried that the kids from Scooby-Doo would break in here and try and unmask me, but they never did. So I will unmask myself. Stairs all along. It was me. Okay, tell me more about your idea. I didn't want to do your idea. You do your idea. You tell me about your idea.
Okay, well, you're gonna build your Roomba squad, right?
Okay.
What's your tank Roomba gonna be able to do? Your tank Roomba is gonna be strong enough to like...
I am going on the Roomba website right now, and I know that they offer one that can clean, like, mop.
Your mom. Ha!
That's mean. Okay, so there is... Did you know that Roomba is coming out with a lawnmower?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Except I don't think it's like Roomba brand, but it's the same idea.
No,
They're all Roomba.
Well, it's iRobot is the company that makes all the stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so there's... The vacuums are called Roombas, the mops are called Bravas, and the mowers are called Terras.
We're going to call them all Roomba.
Yeah.
So, you got your tank Roomba. I'm thinking that, okay. No, you know what? I have a better idea. Let's just skip this. I'm going to go straight to the mage Roomba.
Okay.
Your mage Roomba is going to be like a water mage, right? So, it's going to be like an automated steam mop, and you pour some water in there, and it heats up, and it goes and mops all over your floor. And that's why it's a mage.
It's the Roomba mob.
It's a mage. It's a water mage.
Okay.
And it can also shoot water out the top. So if your dog is getting into the garbage, it sees that and it shoots water at him. It's got dual capability. It's a pet trainer too. You know how cool it would be if you could take control of it and you could shoot water with it? Of your mage?
I like the idea of when you buy the Roomba, when you buy the Game Mate Corp vacuum, that we will maybe we will make it instead of them. And when it starts out, it sucks. It's like it's a bad
vacuum.
It's a bad vacuum. When it starts off,
if it sucks, it's good.
Yes, I get it. When it starts off, it's a bad vacuum.
Yes, I get it.
But like when it'll like level up by cleaning up little messes. So after you've like had it for a while, it actually cleans real well. But when it starts off, it's real bad because it's level 1.
Oh my god. Everyone's gonna love ours.
Yeah.
It's like a mini game.
It gets new abilities and stuff. Like suddenly it can do corners. It couldn't do corners before, but you get like a skill tree and you can put points, and now it works better because you leveled it up.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah, our vacuum max level will be the best vacuum out there. But when you buy it, it is the worst, absolute worst vacuum out there. So this is
it barely does anything.
This is the vacuum for gamers. Because gamers love to level up things. No one wants to start with the level 99 character.
And nothing helps you create an attachment to an inanimate object better than raising it as your own.
Yep. You got to give it a name or else it won't respond to commands. It's all voice command, and you have to give it a name. Mm-hmm. And it'll be great. Like,
so then you got your lawn care Roomba.
Yep.
What kind of Roomba is that? Is that like a druid?
I would say ranger. We're a druid or ranger. Either one.
And then it can shoot arrows out of itself.
Okay.
And take down birds for dinner.
Yes.
It also and then your fire mage Roomba will cook it for you. It moves for some reason because they all move, but it's got like big sticks coming out of it, and there's like a spit, and then it just slowly roasts anything you put on there.
Yep. Let's make a robot that puts out fire, that creates fire. It'll go well.
Well, you have a water squirting Roomba also. It'd be fine.
You must. You better make sure they'll get along. Like, all the Roombas will have their own personalities and stuff. Like how you treat them, they'll know. You better not piss them off, because you did just buy the fire Roomba.
Yeah, you definitely want to be nice to the fire Roomba.
I would argue also the lawnmower one. That could probably go bad too.
Oh, my toes are shrinking into my body as I think about it. Like,
but I am just picturing like being at work and just like getting a message of like, oh, your Roomba just leveled up, or like oh, your Roomba's like it's losing a battle. And so you like rush home to like help clean up the mess.
What kind of class do you think the Roomba that picks up dog poop is?
Warlock. Because they're into some dark shit.
Dark shit?
So what would this be called? What would this... Is it just called Roomba? This is your new Roomba. I would say it's Roomba 2.0, but I'm sure they're probably at 3.0. They probably have done that already.
Roomba Rumble. Roomba Rumble in the jungle.
Roomba Rumble sounds like they're fighting each other.
And then we'll release a fighting game where all the different types of Roombas can fight.
like we can have
There'd
like
be illegal Roomba fighting rings.
we can have like once a month we can have a community day where all the like Roomba owners can meet up and battle each other's Roombas.
Oh my gosh, we're basically creating Pokemon again, right? Like, most people just live with their Roombas, right? And they just coexist and they help each other in their daily lives. But there's those weirdos that want to fight their Roombas all the time, right? It's just Pokemon again. It all comes back to this.
Do you think it, like, there are, I mean, Ash's mom just has Mr. Mime and it helps around the house. It's just a cool companion.
You mean Ash's dad?
Yeah. And
got him. Why do you think he talks to Pokemon so good?
Yeah. And there's there's lots that are just like signaling cars and so lots like just chill things that humans would do or just like they exist in the world. Do you think the people who have those Pokemon and / those Pokemon are like really upset with the ones who are like, hey, I'm gonna battle my Pikachu against another one? Do you think they're like, this isn't okay?
Wouldn't it be messed up?
Honestly,
it's basically dog fighting.
It kind of is. Well,
it's kind of dog fighting, dude. It's kind of dog fighting. Like, they don't. There's the only reason they fight is like for your amusement and like for sport.
Well, or is it boxing and you're their manager?
It depends on how like sentient you think the Pokemon are. Like in the Pokemon world, they're kind of sentient, but like they're not being. I don't know. They want to fight, but
it's all it's all very complicated. I think Pokemon.
The older you get, the shadier it is.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Just like Corp games.
Hashtag Pokemon exposed.
Yep. I'm pretty sure one of the storylines was about a guy saying like, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't fight these. Maybe Pokemon shouldn't be fought." Like the bad guy said that, and then they were like, "No, it's fine. I'm gonna fight you.
It's fine.
I'm gonna fight you in a Pokemon battle to prove you wrong."
Do you think PETA has a problem with Pokemon?
I am 99%.
I almost certainly they bet they do.
I am certain they have put out things comparing it directly to like dog fighting.
I want to look this up. Like, I want to look this up really bad. Hold on. That can't be real. Yes. PETA wages war on Pokemon for virtual animal cruelty. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey Beckers, what I am vaguely willing to go with your game. It might actually be pretty good, but I'm
extremely willing to go with this game.
Okay, but you need to call it something. I would like it better if they weren't called Roombas, because then we could brand it ourselves. But it might be easier for people to recognize if it's Roombas. But it needs to be something
Avatar,
cool.
the last Roomba bender.
No,
Master of the Roombas.
Not that one. Not that one. Though when you do think about it, we are giving them each elements.
What about the air Roomba? That's just the vacuum. That's the regular vacuum.
That's the vacuum. Okay. The mop is the water.
Back it up. Elemental Roombas. This is it. More excited now. Elemental Roombas. That's it. Okay.
That's what it's called?
No, but that's what the game is.
Okay.
I decided. It's all about, it's Avatar the Last Airbender, but it's Roombas.
So wait, does that mean that there's going to be a Roomba that can do it all?
Yes. And you have to find him. I don't know.
If you can battle
you're still going to love, it's Pokemon and Avatar, okay? Just for putting it all out there. Also, like, yeah. Okay. Everything was fine until the fire Roombas attacked.
It's very simplified Pokemon because they do have fire, water, grass. They just have other things.
Let's call it everything changed when the fire Roombas attacked.
Let's not.
Please?
No.
Please, I'm begging you. I've never wanted anything more. Everything changed when the fire Roombas attacked. The video game.
Let's you and I pretend we're having a conversation like normal humans.
I don't know how.
Hey, Beckers. My house has been really dirty lately. I was thinking, I've heard about this thing that'll help me clean my house. What have you heard of it? What's it called? It's a new vacuum that'll just clean your house for you.
A Roomba?
No, I think that's what it used to be called, but they call it something new now.
I'm not naming the Roomba. I'm naming the whole game, Bryce. I'm naming the whole game.
No,
be like, have you played Everything Changed when the fire Roombas attacked lately? That would be how it goes. I'm fine with that. Do you not remember those Pokemon games we came out with? How long the names of those were?
But
I want this. I won't stop until I have it.
But
I want this.
I want to make it like, if you buy this Roomba, it is the game. The game and the Roomba are the same thing.
No, you buy a game and it's about Roombas.
No, are you buying real Roombas, or is this a real Roomba?
No, it's a game about Roombas.
No. I want to buy a Roomba that can be leveled up, and he will suck better if.
Okay. You have the real Roombas, right?
Yes.
Mine. Well, eventually the fire Roombas are going to attack because that's how what's going to happen. And then someday in our history, in our future, somebody's going to have to document what happened, and they're going to come out with a game, and they're going to call that game Everything Changed when the fire Roombas attacked.
So wait.
That's how it's going to be.
Can we set it up that you can only buy air Roomba, vacuum, water Roomba, mop,
/ dog trainer.
Was Earth
Roomba,
lawn
care,
/
bird attacker.
Which are the only ones that the Roomba company, the iRobot company themselves are making, so they're already on board. You cannot buy a Fire Nation one, a Fire one, because you're gonna play it and you're gonna level up your actual Roombas, and they're gonna get cool skills and they can shoot water now. Because at some point we're gonna send Fire Roombas to your house, and your shit better be good.
Everything changed when the fire Roombas attacked. I've never felt so strongly about anything.
Fine.
Okay, hold on. I have to celebrate.
Oh, hell yeah!
That's my Jenna Marbles soundbite.
I'm pretty sure that just got us a copyright strike.
I doubt it. Jenna wouldn't do that, man.
Okay. We made Everything Changed when the fire Roombas attacked.
Yes, we did.
Your new vacuum friend. Ignore the name. Is doesn't mean anything. Nothing's gonna happen. It's cool. You better please buy the water one.
All I'm saying
please buy
is you better level your water Roomba up.
Yeah.
And keep it full of water. Don't forget to fill it.
Please.
Even if you didn't want to mop today.
We don't want to be responsible for anything. But you knew what you were getting when you bought Everything Changed when the fire Roomba attacked.
Yeah.
Okay, this brings us to the end of the episode.
I feel good.
What? Okay, I'm trying to think of all the things we need to say. One, me and Beckers are going to a convention in Minneapolis called GalaxyCon. I have bought tickets. She will buy tickets. We will be there. I can't say anything other than that both me and Beckers will be at this convention. On Saturday for sure. So if you come to the convention and wear a Game Make Corp shirt, we will give you this cool magnet. So do that. or just come up and say, hey, and then we'll give you a magnet also. But we'll sign it.
Or just be a bystander and you happen to be one of the people we throw magnets at.
That's also an option.
Yeah.
There's lots of chances to get a magnet. I only ordered like 50, and I already put them places, so I don't know how many will be left. But so your chances increase for doing the first two things.
We're only going to throw it at so many people.
Yes.
One of them's going to be Dave Bautista.
That's a man. David, who are you most excited for?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm so excited for so many people. Probably Karen Gillan.
She Karen Gillian, I think it is. Isn't it?
I thought it was Gillan.
No one knows. There is a Let's Play on youtube.com/lastgeek. I think it's still Overcooked 2. Unless, when does this come out? This comes out this weekend. So then, yes, it's still Overcooked 2. Also,
it is Karen Gillan.
Also, next weekend, October 26th, I will be doing an extra live stream raising money for the Children's Miracle Network. It'll start at 8 a.m. Central Time and go to 8 a.m. the next day. Twitch.tv/LastGeekPlays is where you can watch. Beckers will show up at one point and we'll play games online. It'll be great. Is there anything else I need to say, Beckers? Is there anything else?
I don't know, Bryce. Is there anything you need to confess to everybody?
Buy our merch. lastgeek.com/merch.
Have anything else to confess?
No?
I know. I knew he didn't have anything else. I was just curious to see what he would come up with.
Beckers, where can people hear more from you?
If you pick up a seashell and you put it up to your ear, you'll hear the ocean. And also, if you listen really close, you'll hear my voice. But you'll hear it better if you go to twitch.tv/Dr. Beckers with an S or twitter.com/Dr. Beckers with a Z. Or the seashell.
Oh, the seashell. You can follow me on Twitter at LastGeek. You can follow me on Instagram at LastGeekPlays. You can follow me at Twitch, LastGeekPlays. Facebook.com/LastGeek. And that's the most of them. YouTube.com/LastGeek. That's there. This is where the video is. And LastGeek.com has links to the podcast audio files. Maybe I'll start putting other stuff on there. No one knows. But the audio files are there. And other great stuff. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for buying our new vacuums that are great. And don't worry about the name. It's just a name. And at the end of the day, when you didn't spend enough time with your vacuum, leveling it up and making it the best, and your house is burning down before you, remember, have fun.